In this video, we are going to break down how we helped Vessi scale to over $70 million in sales. And our framework has been proven by other big brands like the Uri, where we already recorded a video for Vessi, which we're going to break down in this video. And then one of the next videos is going to be Cure Skincare. And we have done this numerous times over and over again, where Marin and I, with our teams, work together on a brand, and it has been a crazy successful case study. So we are going to turn this into a series of videos that we upload where we break down everything we did for this brand so you can apply it to your brand.
As Carl mentioned, we did this like several times. He's taking care of conversion rate optimization and landing pages. I'm taking care of Facebook ads. What's important to mention is that our teams work together. We feed each other with the learnings, and that's why we are able to scale. In my presentation, I'm going to share you what most people ask me about. What's your ad account structure? I'm going to share what are my testing and scaling frameworks. How am I actually using and utilizing manual bids and maximizing efficiency of Advantage Shopping Plus campaign. And I'm going to share a couple of winning ads, frame by frame, breakdown, because winning ad and the winning angle is now what makes you scale the ad account. And without that, like no matter how many technical stuff you do, if you don't have a proper messaging, you're never going to scale.
Sweet. Again, I'm really excited to exactly see your breakdown of the creative, because as we saw last time in the breakdown of the Udi creatives, there's so much psychology in the videos, right? And the creatives that really give you the cutting edge advantage from your competition, and that helps you to scale. What would be interesting, just if you can do some number dropping, what was the highest scale that you pushed for Vessi a day?
On a daily basis, like to all honesty, it was during Q4, but it was around like 70K a day. I'm gonna share everything around Facebook that worked for me and how we managed to scale it. We're gonna cover what's my ad account structure, what are my testing and scaling frameworks, how I utilize Advantage Shopping Plus campaigns, what were my winning ads and why they were winning ads, and I will share some additional tips and tricks that we used in this ad account that enable us to squeeze some extra revenue and scale. Uh, First of all, a bit intro about me. If you already don't know, I was like on my senior year of college, studying computer science and alongside pursuing professional soccer career. But then I stumbled on digital marketing. I started learning everything there is about it. Soon started freelancing. I freelanced for a while until I connected with Matt from Inspire Agency, where I started working as a media buyer. Initially, I worked as a junior media buyer, then senior media buyer, then head of performance, and currently partner at the agency. Besides that, we have two internal brands, one in the skincare niche, one in the supplement niche. And so far, I spent in the past 7 years over 100 mil on Facebook ads. And today, I'm going to share some of my learnings from all of that spend. So, what most people usually ask me, like, what's your ad account structure? I'm not a big fan of consolidation. I'm also not a big fan of having like 20 campaigns. I think both are overkill. So my structure is one testing campaign, one scaling campaign, one retargeting campaign, one manual bids campaign, and between 1 and 3 Advantage Shopping Plus. Besides that, sometimes I have during the sale periods I have additional campaigns, but that's only due to the special occasion, let's say Labor Day sale or Black Friday sale or something like that. The goal of approach of this uh, account structure is to find the winning creative. That's the foundation of everything. That's foundation for scaling. When we have at least 3, 4, 5 winning ads, then we can scale. If we don't have a winning creative, basically we cannot scale. All of these additional campaigns are relying on finding a winning creative. So let's go campaign by campaign. I'm going to explain what was my setup, what were my audiences, and how I actually managed to squeeze maximum efficiency out of this setup. So we did we did our testing differently, whether it was video testing or image testing. So video testing, all testing was done with the broad audience that was excluding buyers. So basically, we do not care about getting sale from the existing customers just because we can reach those people for free via an email. We want only new customers, especially in our testing. So all of our tests are set up in a way that every new test is a new ad set. So no matter if we are testing different angle, let's say waterproof shoes or like angle towards the dog owners, whether we are testing different creative style, which is like product demonstration video or unboxing video, or whether we are testing creator, let's say girl A or girl B, each time we are grouping variations per one of these three things: angle, creative style, or creator. In every ad, we have 2 to 5 different creative variations. In most cases, it's hook, basically just few different first seconds. Sometimes it is a length of a video, or it is a thumbnail, and all those variations are running with one ad copy and one headline. So basically, the only thing that we are testing here is actually a different creative. So I'm grouping my test, as I said, per those three different things, just because product demonstration video and unboxing video, or product demonstration video and static ad, could have like totally two different target audience to which ad would be served. That's why I like to keep things similar, but I ensure that I have between 2 and 5 different creative variations for each concept that actually maximize my chance of finding a winning creative. So basically, one ad set, one concept, 3 different variation. Whatever works goes into my scaling campaign, but I'm going to explain that later. When we are testing images, we are again grouping things by similarity. So we want our images always in 1 by 1 format, and we are testing them into dynamic creative. Why I'm not testing videos in dynamic creative? Sometimes Facebook is funky and doesn't want to show me what is our thumb stop ratio and hold rate for videos, and then I cannot analyze why this video was great. And for images, we don't care about that. Basically, I mean, there's no thumb stop ratio and hold rate for images, but we want to have maximum 20 combinations. So let's say 8 images, 1 copy, 1 headline, that's 16 combination, or 4 images, 2 copies, 2 headline, that's again 16 combination. We don't want to go over 20 possible combinations. So you can see different here. We like our angle was dog owners, so we had a shoe and a dog from UGC creators and our existing buyers. So you can see here like 3 images. The copy was exactly the same. The headline was exactly the same. It is speaking to the dog owners, and we had like multiple possible combination. So then after that, after some time, after some spend, we check the breakdown. We see what images and what headlines or what copies are getting most of the spend and the best results. We then preview the ad. We click on a timestamp of a specific variation to take the post ID, and then we move that ad with the post ID into a scaling campaign. Basically, people are like relying on dynamic creative, but they're often not taking the post ID. The goal of your dynamic creative testing is to find that winning ad, find that post ID which can survive in your scaling campaigns. So you can see what's the difference between video and image testing here for us. After that, you guys know that I mentioned that we have a scaling campaign. So in order to scale, we need 2 things. We need a couple of winning creatives. That means ads that are generating a significant number of sales under the target CPA, and we need a good trend of results under the target KPI. Let's say in our case, it was 3 consistent days with a healthy MER and a healthy ROAS. So when those 2 things are met, when we have a couple of winning creatives and good trend of the results, then first I start increasing budget in my testing campaign. Often it happens that my testing campaign is my highest spending campaign, just because I keep increasing whatever is working. But yeah, as I mentioned, often testing campaign is my highest spending campaign. I did like so many audits when people do not increase budget in their testing campaign just because it's called testing. Like no matter how it is labeled, if it's generating good results, you can increase the budget there. So that's why like this testing campaign was often my highest spending campaign. Besides that, I was scaling with the audience. I know like a lot of people just say they tell you, hey, don't use audiences, don't use interest, don't use lookalikes. Like for me, it doesn't really make sense. Just because sometimes when I find winners, I know I can amplify those winners with the different audiences. So when I have, let's say, three ads that are speaking to dog owners, I group them together. I call that a bucket of ads. So when I have bucket with 2 3 winning creatives, I scale it, I test it with multiple audiences. In this case, I would test those like with dog owners, dog behavior, dog leash, dog park, stuff like that. Those are the interests that I know dog owner is interested in. So we are not speaking about shoe, we are speaking about dog owners. Sometimes I test those interests individually. Sometimes I stack them together if the overlap between those is pretty high. Sometimes those interests are not scalable as much, but often they have a higher ROAS than the broad audience. So, as you know, as I mentioned before, the goal is to find the winning ad, then we amplify it with the interest audiences. Number three, when I have a winning combination of audience and the ads, I add that into a manual bid campaign with the different increments of $5 of a target CPA, minus and plus 5. Again, we are moving to cost cap only when we know something is working. Here I have a winning combination of audience and ads, so there's pretty much low risk in me moving to manual bids. I set a higher budget and I test initially three different manual bids. And my goal is here to find a sweet spot between the spend and the deliverability. So if it's spent, it would spend profitably just because I know that audience and the ad is combination is the winning one. After that, I will adjust. Like out of three ad set, I would maybe like leave one or two. I would never increase or decrease the bids in the ad set. That's why initially I test with few different bids to find that sweet spot. So we covered two scaling campaigns. The third scaling campaign is obviously Advantage Shopping Plus campaign. So probably you all know that like it is cool because it allows us to check the breakdown by audience type. You can exclude your existing customers and you can tell, hey, Facebook, don't spend more than 5% budget on this campaign. So initially, this is a campaign from last year when like ad campaign without a cap like was spending most of the budget on existing customers. My CPA looked amazing, but my Norbeam was terrible. Norbeam is the platform that we use here for the decision making. So without a cap, Afterpay ad ad that is kind of like relying, that is often shown to existing customers, was getting most of the spend and the best results. But since I'm making decisions based on Norbeam, I introduced a cap of 20%. Because of that, you can see that like only 20% of budget was going to existing buyers. My Facebook results were looking like they are bad, but actually my Norbeam results were amazing. So then my next move was to introduce 3% cap. You can see it here that like it barely spent to existing customers, but my CPA looked terrible in Facebook, but my CPA in Norbeam looked amazing. So that's why I came up with some of the best practices from the like past year of testing Advantage Shopping Plus and spending a lot of money. So first is like run it on 1 day click or 7 day click to avoid over attribution, because in Advantage Shopping Plus, especially if you have like that cap for buyers more than 0%, Facebook would attribute the sales that are happening from the existing customers from a view through conversion that are actually not incremental. Advice here is that you import only winning ads in this campaign. that you start with a higher starting budget, and then you let it run for at least 3 days before evaluating. On a weekly basis, improve proven creatives from your testing campaigns. Be careful with the catalog ads, because sometimes catalog ads would get like most of the spend and not necessarily good results. And be careful if you import ads that are running only on Reels and Story, because automatically they would turn out to be ads on auto placement, and basically you would have no headline um, or primary text there. So sometimes they could look funny. Definitely optimize on the ad level. Sometimes Facebook would push the budget or some of the ad that is not necessarily generating the results. Here in this ad account, we had new Advantage Shopping Plus for a different country. We also introduced one solution. It's not a solution, it's like something we started doing. We had new Advantage Shopping Plus for new product or new SKU. We had new Advantage Shopping Plus for a different sale event when we have, like, let's say, Labor Day sale, or sometimes we experimented with the percentage cap for buyers. But most likely we use this like in most cases, we use new Advantage Shopping Plus for a new SKU. Let's say collection A, collection B. That way we could easily track the performance per the collection, and we could kind of like adjust the budget if any of the shoe or collection is with a low stock. As a bonus, we did use Advantage Shopping Plus for testing, but that was basically hit or miss. And also, we had some success when we combined Advantage Shopping Plus with the shop placement that you can kind of like check out on Facebook and Instagram Shop. That shows some promising results, but it was pretty hard to track it with an Orbeam. So now we covered the ad account structure and campaigns. The next thing is optimization. Without a proper optimization, you cannot have success when running the Facebook ad account. So our hierarchy or metric was MER, then third-party tracking software, then Shopify, then Facebook Ads Manager. So basically, MER was our directional metric. No matter if my Facebook results were good, if MER on a business level is not good, I'm not going to increase the budget. So first of all, every day I would check what's my MER. If we are good MER on a daily level, and like last couple of days, and on a monthly level, I'm moving to make decisions on a Facebook ad level. I would check what's my third-party tracking software saying. In our case, we were using Norbeam One Day Accrual. If that is doing okay, we had basically benchmarks for MER, benchmarks for Norbeam. Then I would check how my Shopify is pacing. What's my Facebook revenue compared to the Shopify revenue? What's my Shopify pacing during the day? Basically, since I was in Europe managing the ad account in the US, I had an insight how the ad account is pacing. So if we are pacing good through the day and MER is good, then and Norbeam is good, then I could increase. I was using data from today, data from last 3 days, and data from last 7 days. Facebook Ads Manager was mostly used to evaluate like creatives for those soft metrics, thumbs up ratio and hold rate, click rate and CPMs and stuff like that. But all our decision making in the ad account was based on a Norbeam. In terms of the Facebook pages, so we were running under brand pages, but besides that, we also leverage partnership ads and whitelisting ads. So you can see here name of the influencers in partnership with Vessi. So this is a partnership ad, and this is an ad under whitelisting creator page. So basically, it's a UGC girl that filmed the video, and we run the ad under her page. Initially, we were leveraging their engagers, and we were showcasing the ad about our product to the users that are following these influencers. Whenever we got some traction, then we moved to prospecting. It was great because when you have like more than 10, 15 of those creators, like it creates a sense that everybody is using the product. So we did different tests with partnership ads and with whitelisting ads. Me personally, I'm a bigger fan of whitelisting ads because then I can use more direct response copy. The ad is not on their feed, so you can kind of like play with thumbnails, play with the uh, video, and actually do a proper dark post ad compared to the partnership ads. But both had their moments in our strategy. Besides that, we were also running ads under third-party pages. So you can see here, it's not branded page, it's like third-party page usually. In this case, it was a community, like uh, something about shoe community. You can see it has like a shoe profile picture. It looks more genuine because it's not you promoting yourself. It looks like someone who is independent is promoting your product. Usually can result in a higher click rate and higher conversion rate just because it's not you promoting yourself. So if you're not doing whitelisting and third party pages, I definitely recommend to start doing that. In terms of the ads, so one thing that we learned in this ad account, that angle of the video is doing the targeting. So I showed you the examples of dog creatives that were targeting dog owners, but here's another example of one of our winning ad. Basically, we were targeting here travelers. Uh, so one of the thumbnail here, you can see thumbnail here is like girl pushing the suitcase, and you can see the shoe. So like when you see this frame, you already know it's characteristic for all travelers. Basically, you're showcasing baggage, and you're showcasing like, I mean, you can assume this is something about airport and like someone traveling. So this is first thing in thing when I said like angle is doing the targeting. The second thing is that hook starts with a question that says like going traveling abroad. So basically, this is an instant qualification question. If you like, even if you do not reply, but like you would when you ask question, people usually reply even in their head. So when you say yes, you're more inclined to watch the video. When you continue to watch more of the video, Facebook learn that you are the person that is interested, that is thinking about traveling abroad. So Facebook knows that people that are watching the video are people that are interested in traveling. Considering our video is about traveling shoe, we have more success, higher click rate, higher conversion rate, just because our angle is doing the targeting. Then the rest of the video, why this, like obviously it's not good enough that you have just a win, that you have a hook that is doing the targeting. Like you actually need to have a proper direct response creative. So next scene in this video is showcasing the product. You can see the girl like showcasing the product, and it is mentioned that friend recommended this product. So this is something that we find out like has a bigger effect than mentioning when that you discovered this product online. When you say like friend recommended it, like it's more credible, it's someone who we trust, and it adds to the social proof because someone else already is using this product, so it must be a good product. So like we did notice that this helps in advertorials for other brands, so this was introduced in this creative as well. So basically showcasing the product from a friend recommendation. The next frame is actually product demonstration. You can talk about how cool the product is, but if you do not show it, like people would not believe it. Like you need to like showcase them. People are they believe more to their eyes than to their ears. So we showcase a girl in a rainy streets, which is actually our main value proposition, that these shoes are waterproof. And I'm not sure, let me show you, but you can see here that the video says sneakers designed with water in mind. So this is something that's connected with the frame in the video, that you actually with water in mind. So basically, no matter how hard it is raining, like it would not hurt the shoe. Next thing is something that we find out is working pretty good in the thumbnails and images is actually product focus shot. So basically close up of a shoe, because shoe, how no matter like this is a great value prop that it is waterproof, people still want this to be that shoe to be nice. So we are showcasing a close-up of a texture, of a quality. You can see the design. You can see like how quality is, because you can see the raindrops on the shoe. That like adds to the luxury feeling of the product. The next thing is just like adding additional value props. So first is like that this product is a lightweight, which is really important to all the travelers. Maybe to the dog owners it would not be, but here it is actually very important uh, to the travelers. So basically we are highlighting that. The next thing that we highlighted is that it is 2-in-1 shoe, that it is actually everyday exploring shoe and it is a rain boot. So it's ideal for all weather condition. So basically you're just stacking value props that are important to your target audience. This also continues on that angle doing the targeting. So we know what things are important to the travelers, so we showcase those things. At the end, we have a girl hitting the camera with a shoe, and then it transitions into girl like with a passport. Again, something characteristic for the travelers. It has a simple call to action, but if you like as a bonus through the whole video, there was a branded tag. Let me show you. You can see it here. So during the video, like even if you do not click, even if you do not end up buying, you would remember this Vessi branded tag. So these are like components of a great performing ad. Another thing is like with this ad, we were leading to traveling landing page. So basically this is a snapshot of a landing page, and it's important to have like add to landing page congruence. So you can see here that this page is mentioning things about travelers. Why travelers roll Vessi? Vessi make travel easy. So basically, if you make ads about traveling, it makes sense that you lead them to a landing page about traveling. Now we're gonna cover another winning ad from this brand. So basically, in this hook of an ad, we are not wasting any more time. Like there's no specific question, there's no like anything disgusting that usually works in the hooks. It is basically just showcasing the product. You can immediately see like what the product is and what the product name is. It also helps that the product is zoomed in, because that is something that we find out is working from through the image ads and in all of the like videos and ads in the clothing niche and in a fashion niche. It's important to showcase those details to the people. Next thing is like immediately we are mentioning the main value prop. So we are mentioning that these are waterproof shoes. So like right away in the first 3 seconds, we communicated what the product is, what the product does. So people that are interested either in the shoes or either in the concept of waterproofness will most likely watch the video. So this is not a specific angle does the targeting example like with travelers, but it is still a pretty good qualification. After that, people often like we notice that people often ask in the comments like, are these like 100% waterproof? So basically we are overcoming that objection. We are mentioning that these are not just water resistant, these are waterproof. So now they are intrigued. So like, okay, how come these are just like full waterproof, not water resistant or water resistant coating? So then we explain how it is possible. We explain that is Dymatex technology that is used in this product. We have this original symbol that adds to the credibility, because there's a patent. Now this waterproof value prop is way more believable. Again, it's not enough to just say it, we have to show it. So we are showing a shoe in a puddle, and because of that, like it kind of like amplifies that main value proposition of waterproofness. Next, like people are weird. Like no matter how much you show them something, they do not believe. So like this is an ultimate product demonstration. We are showcasing the shoe under the faucet, and we highlight, like no matter how much it is raining or how much water do you put through it, it would not grow through the shoe. We also mentioned something that we notice is pretty important to our customers, that these shoes are vegan made and they are sustainable. We did notice that this is a pretty frequent comment from our customers, so that's why we included. The next thing is we again started tackling additional objection handling. So some questions were, will it be too hot in this shoe? And then we say the answer is no. It would be cool in the summer, it would be warm in the winter due to the dual climate control. Again, how heavy are these shoes? They are lightweight and they're comfortable. So basically, when people are interested in the product, like they will try to do anything to like let's say to justify not buying the product and not spending money, so they will have like a lot of the questions. But if you overcome all those objections in your videos and in your landing pages, then like there people are left with no questions, which is actually helping with your conversion rate. At the end, like you can see, like this guy is like, it seems like he's like whispering, as like it acts like it is a bonus. Like we mentioned that this shoe has antibacterial insole, so basically people are feeling, hey, like this is waterproof, this is lightweight, this is like all the waterproof, all the like all the value props that we mentioned. And like now that you mentioned that, like that this even has like antibacterial insole, you feel like you're getting something additional for free, and all people like something for free. So like on top of all of this, it also has an antibacterial insole. At the end, we have like additional product demonstration. Again, product going through the puddle. We are amplifying that this is a shoe made for all season, made for all the weathers. As always with this brand, the video ends with a branded call to action, and we tell people shop now. Like you need to tell people what to do. Like you would be surprised, like how much worse the videos without a call to action perform. People, you need to tell them what to do, because like just a simple call to action, shop now, buy now, order now, something like that would definitely improve your results. Additional tips and tricks about this ad account. So we noticed that like there were several winning thumbnail styles. One is when we were showcasing the waterproofness. So you can see here pouring the water on the shoe, pouring the water under the faucet, something like that. So basically we were amplifying our main value proposition, which is actually waterproofness and a close-up. So basically when you see a details of a shoe, how well it's made, what is the design, what is knitting, like this creates a sense uh, of a luxury brand. And we find out like when you have these two frames as a thumbnails, it was something that performed very well. Besides that, we have some laser targeted ads, considering our main value proposition is waterproofness. So we did ads that were like active only during the raining days. So basically, whenever it was raining in Canada, we turned off ads like this. Basically, the first line is doing the instant qualification, like because you feel like it's something actual, it's something that is trending, like it's happening in real time, like it's raining outside and you see this ad, like wow, it's amazing. Then the next step is when we combine a city specific ad with the weather. So basically when it was snowing in Toronto, we had an ad that says like, don't let snow ruin your day, Toronto. So basically, like you're in Toronto and it's snowing and you see an ad like this, you feel like it's super qualified. So that's it, guys. My main takeaway is like the technical setup is like setting up a proper foundation. Do not overcomplicate it. As I mentioned, scaling a testing campaign is your main campaign. On top of that, it goes to into scaling campaign with audiences, scaling campaign with manual bids, and advantage shopping plus campaigns. know your numbers, know whether you're optimized on a third-party tracking software, whether you're optimized on Facebook numbers, optimize on a regular basis, both on the ad set level, both on the ad level, because often there's like so many ads that are getting spent but not necessarily getting the results. And focus on the creatives. As I mentioned, Angle is doing the targeting. Make sure to test different style of a creative. As you see, like we had images, we had ads, both were like we had images, we had videos, both for speaking to the target customers. Definitely test multiple hooks because that maximizes your chance of finding a winning creative, and test different thumbnails of a video. That's it, guys. If you have any additional questions, you can shoot me a message on an email, or you can shoot me a message on my Twitter. I'm pretty active there and share tips and tricks like this on a daily basis. Or you can comment on the video that Carl will post.
Great. So let's dive right into this. This is how we were able to add over $3.4 million in revenue and increase the ad ROI by 15%. So what I want to do is I want to show you some of the successful tests and iterations that we've ran with them and break down exactly the data behind it that we've analyzed, the insights we've generated, and also the designs and why they worked, so you can apply the learnings too. And then at the end, I will also show you a new landing page that we're rolling out as we speak for them. So first of all, what I want to do is I want to speak about the whole accelerated growth model for a second so you get a good understanding, because if I would break it down right now, this would make the video 2 hours longer, right? I've recorded a whole video just to speak about this and break it down, which you can find here, right? I'm gonna click on this really quickly. This is a 50-page document where I break down the growth model with every single phase, every single step. I've added a bunch of SOPs, right? You can see it's a super long document where I break down every single step that we do. And now what you see obviously in this case study is the most important test that we have run, right? But obviously there's a whole lot more that you're not seeing that's going on behind the scenes. So really quick overview, what we do every single time with brands. It all starts with holistic data mastering, right? So doing a deep dive into the data points, target audience, and really get this good understanding of who are we selling to. Then the next phase is the full funnel conversion optimization, where we work on product market fit, landing pages, pre-sale pages, optimizing the branding, optimizing UX UI, catching all of the low-hanging fruits. And then we go into the third phase, which is the rapid testing approach, where we go through a testing program. We do holistic conversion and optimization with the iteration, of course, of all of the tests that we do. And then lastly, we iterate the whole growth strategy. And this is where Marin's team come in, right? Because we talk about acquisition together, retention, decision making, and then growing the overall brand value. And in this case for Vessi, they are VC backed, so it's also really important that we talk about their exit structure and really help them grow their brand value so they can land a big exit. So let's get right into it. Test number 1 on the homepage. First of all, I want to give you the insight and the data led to it. So what we found was that from Google Analytics, the homepage is the #1 landing page with the majority of the paid traffic landing on it, right? And based on the fact that they are driving all of this paid traffic to the homepage, this page needs to work as a landing page where we communicate the product and the brand's core value propositions, the benefits, and all of that stuff to really get users trust the brand and also to get them that they are ready to buy. So the idea that we had is that we showcase the desired outcome of the user in the form of a before and after state, because then we can increase conversion rates and it will motivate the users to buy. So this is the idea behind it, and this is the design execution. So this is what the page looked like before, right under the above the fold. So up here would be the above the fold section. This is what it looked like before, and these are the 2 variations that we did. So we put all of these benefits together, right? So it's like a swipe through benefit. And then what we did is we are basically talking about the current situation with this section, like the before Vessi, and what you can see here. And then after Vessi, right? Like what happens if you buy the product and if you experience the product. And then you can see here And these are the same things, right? Just like different UX UI design. Here we talk about all of the pain points, right? Like they get wet socks when it's raining or snowing. It's uncomfortable feeling. They need more shoes when they are traveling. Sometimes they need to wear these weird rain boots, right? And then after Vessi, if they buy the product and they experience the desired situation, it's dry socks, dry feet. It's lighter than rain boots. It's breathable and cozy. It's go-to shoes that you can wear all day long, and you look good at the end of the day, right? So we talk about all of the desired outcomes of the target audience, and this worked really, really well. And I'm going to show you the result of this design too. This was the winner design. We had a 5.6% increase in conversion rate, which led to 172 additional transactions per month, which is over $25,000 in additional revenue per month and almost $300,000 in additional revenue per year. Now, next test that we've ran is also on the homepage. Here we had the idea to optimize the product section, right? So how the products were displayed, with the idea of increasing the conversion rate, because we make it easier to navigate through the website, right? So what you can see here on the before version is that the user had to swipe through the website and the products were really big, and we wanted to make it easier to have a good overview of all of the product portfolio. And also it's difficult for users to swipe on mobile, right? So this is why we've put two products next to each other, and basically the 4 products that you had to swipe through, you can see all of them at once, right? That makes it so much easier for them to see all of the products, understand the different products. And then we've also added the value proposition for each of them, right? For example, weekender, relaxed and ready for rain, here everyday classic, comfort, and all that stuff. And then we've also added the reviews to then build the trust with the audience, right? So the result for this one was that we had a 5.85 increase in conversion rate, 154 additional transactions per month, and over $20,000 increase in revenue per month. Now, let's go to the next product page test. Sweet. So here what we saw from looking at the Hotjar user recordings is that the products are great. The people that buy the products, they love it. You can see here 4.9 stars out of over 1,000 reviews. But with all of these like product pages, the reviews are so far down on the bottom of the page. And what you can see here based on the scroll data is that only 4%, right? Like 3.9% scroll down to the review section. So it's really a missed opportunity to build trust, because reviews are such an important factor of trust. So the idea that we had is that we can take a review slider with the most important reviews and put it really high up the page, right before the description, the features, benefits, because then more users will be exposed to great reviews and be more motivated to buy. So this is what the design looks like. We created a review slider that we've put above the features and benefits description, where we show multiple reviews, right? And this is the whole design execution. And again, you can see it worked really well. It increased the conversion rate by almost 10%, which is leading to over 558 additional transactions every single month and over $68,000 increase in revenue per month, which is almost $1 million increase per year, right? This is a huge increase. It can seem small, right? But this is playing a huge factor in the conversion of the user. Now, another test that we've ran on the product page after we've run the review test is we ran an exit intent survey, right? So when users wanted to leave the page, we asked them, why do you decide to leave, right? And from analyzing all of the survey responses, what you can see down here is that almost 60% of the users are saying that the price is too high and they thought that the product was too expensive. But this also means that the product page failed to convey the benefits of the product and showcase why the product is worth the price, right? It's not always that you have to change the price. Sometimes you have to do a better communication of why your product is expensive and why it's worth the price. So we had the idea to show a benefit-driven copy and also have the description pop up. And then it will be more persuasive and also more relevant to the users, and then they can understand why the products have a seemingly high price point. So what you can see here is that the description, we made it super value driven, right? So Meteor 24/7 sneaker, now even better suited to daily wear with an upgraded sole, seamless supportive movement. Your feet will stay happy all day. It's 100% waterproof. Just wear it and go nuts. Waterproof shouldn't mean unbreathable. Lightweight, as if you're walking on clouds, right? So we really optimized the product description and made it more benefit driven and not that much focused on the features. And this is also a huge thing. We optimize the copywriting a lot on product pages, landing pages, and the overall website experience. And what you will see here in the result is it had a 7.9% increase in conversion rate, which led to another 194 transactions per month and a $20,000 increase in monthly revenue. Now, the last test that I'm going to show you that we've run successfully on the checkout was also a really interesting one. So what we saw as an opportunity is that users are very anxious about the purchase, especially when they're in the checkout process and just about to purchase, right? They get this buyer's remorse already. So they're rethinking and they're having doubt about the purchase. So it's really important to keep them motivated and make them feel like they are making the right decision. And that's exactly what we did with this test. So the idea was we show a lot of user-generated content on top of the checkout, because then users will be more motivated to buy and actually go through the whole checkout process, right? If you look at your data right now, you will see that a lot of people are abandoning the checkout process even after they've put the product in the cart and got there. So you can see the design execution. This is what it looked like before. And then here you can see that we also talk about the desired outcome, right? Like, what will you do with dry socks? What if you can wear your favorite sneakers everywhere when it's rainy, when it's wet, with your dog, whatever? And then here we have a slider showing all of the user-generated content, right? And I also want to show you the live example so you can see it. Really quickly, 2.7% increase in conversion rate, almost 200 additional transactions per month, and over $22,000 in additional revenue. So let's have a look at what this actually looks like in the checkout process. You can see here that it's basically going through and showing different UGC pieces with different customers, different locations, right? So this is why it's working so well. People resonate with this stuff, and it's motivating them to actually go through a checkout process and then buy the product, right? Sweet. Now, those were 5 successful tests, right? We've ran over 40 A/B tests with them over the past couple of months with a lot of successful tests. But again, I cannot show you all of this stuff. This would be way too long, but I just wanted to give you some good ideas, some stuff that worked really, really well in this case. And now the last thing that I want to do is I want to showcase a landing page that we've just finished designing and ending up. And we are about to launch it with them, which is super, super exciting. So as you saw, most of the traffic is being pushed to the homepage, right? So we wanted to have another landing page. And this landing page is called Ilistical. Ilistical works really well for top of funnel traffic as it increases the awareness, right? So I want to kind of dive into it and show you what we did here. What you can see here is this image where they step with the shoe into water. You see water splashing, which is a bit weird if you see it for the first time, because you think, hey, maybe he's getting his shoes wet or something, right? And then we have this catchy headline saying 6 reasons why everyone's opting for these stylish, waterproof, all-terrain shoes. And then you already understand, oh, damn, those seem to be really cool sneakers that are also waterproof. And then what we do basically is we have this article looking website, right, where we show them different benefits of the product. So you can see there's no selling, there's no call to action. It just starts with this picture with the headline, and then we start with different benefits where we showcase the product, right, in different situations with different pictures and then different benefits. And you can see that here you have to scroll down really, really far. Then we have more trust elements, and then only at the bottom of the page we have the call to action, where you can either check out this product or you can generally check out the brand and go through the sneakers, right? So this is a super, super interesting page. And let me know in the comments section below if you want me to break this down in detail. I just wanted to give you the overview of this page so you've seen it. We're rolling this out for a lot of brands right now, and they're crushing it. So I'm super excited to see how it performs for Vessi. And then I'm going to send you an update with the results too, right?